Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to Tailor Made Beauty by Kris. Today we're going to talk about the upcoming Sephora sale and what my philosophy and approach is to what I'm definitely going to be purchasing and some of the things that I am thinking about. The first thing that I find really helpful is the app, the Sephora app, and I believe also I can log into my account on their website, because that shows me past purchases, recently loved, and recently sampled. Now, honestly, the one that I use the most is recently loved. When I am at Sephora or I'm looking at their website or their app and there's something I'm interested in, I will love it. You know, that's when you tap the heart and then it will show up in your loves list if you have an account. And then if I'm 99% of the time when I do this, I'm at home. And so the next time I'm at Sephora, then I can pull up my recently loved list and go and swatch things or get a sample, try it out. If I don't like it, if I swatch it and just the color payout isn't right, or it's not a good shade for me, then I will remove it from my loves list. And what my loves list ends up being then is my wish list, stuff that I probably will, but not necessarily will, purchase. And so when I look back on my loves list, all the way at the bottom, the thing that has been there the longest, actually since it was added on December 29th of 2018, is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. This has been on there so long that I haven't even gotten a sample of this stuff. And honestly, I have so many more foundations that I have fallen in love with over the last 6 months that I don't need to fall in love with another one. The only thing is it's at $44. It's at a better price point than another foundation we'll be getting to here in a little bit. So maybe that says I need to go get a sample and live with it for a few days. Remains to be seen. Another one that I added just a few days after that, January 2nd, 2019, was the Jouer Cosmetics Blush Bouquet Dual Blush Palette. And this I put on there. We have a second home. It's a ski place. And I'm always surprised, sometimes for the good, usually for the bad, what I do and don't have over there for makeup. And it's a good opportunity when I'm cleaning out palettes and makeup in general. It's like, oh, that can go to the mountains. And then it's kind of like revisiting old friends, or if I get over there and go, oh, why in the world do I still own this? I know it's time to get rid of it. Anyway, that Jouer is a product that I would consider for over there. Oh, the next one on my list, the Charlotte Tilbury Kissing Lipstick in Stoned Rose. I just bought that. They were running a deal. I can't even remember what it was, but it was one of those spend $25, get this deluxe sample size of something. And so I got the Charlotte Tilbury in Stoned Rose, and it's a really pretty color. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove that from my list. And now it's, oh, okay, it's taking me back to that listing. I guess I have to untap the heart. See, the heart is red right now, and there we go. Okay, let me go back to my list. Next on my list, oh, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I have sampled this in 3 different colors, and honestly right now I just go back and forth between the color I'm wearing today, which is 4.25, and the one I originally got a sample of, which was 4. I think this will be a little bit better come summertime, but honestly winter is really what I'm wearing 8 or 9 months out of the year. But since that is $64, I will definitely be taking my 20% off and getting that this go around. Then I have Becca in Merlot, and that is one that I need to try. I've also been wanting to try the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage. Not for use right up under my eye. I've got too much texture there, and I am still looking for my holy grail of what's going to be a good fit under my eye. But for lower under my eye, for what is actually a shadow and not darkness, I understand that has a really good amount of coverage. And honestly, if I'm smart, I will go get a sample and I will try it before I buy it. Oh, all right. A few of the YouTubers I follow have reviewed the Marc Jacobs eyeshadow palette in Stiletto. That palette is too cool. I don't like those tones on my skin. But there's Scandalust and Glambition. And I feel like Scandalust, if I had to, I could probably find those colors already in palettes I own. I'm thinking of Anastasia's Modern Renaissance, I believe, is the one that looks a lot like that one. Clearly they're colors that I love. Glambition is a much more neutral palette than what I own, and I have found myself wanting some more neutrals for my eyes. So I'll tell you actually what I have, and it's also what I'm doing for a Dior palette. I made myself an appointment in a few days. It's a 20-minute appointment with one of the makeup artists at the Sephora store. It's for eyes. You pick, they have many categories that you can make yourself a free 20-minute appointment for. My plan is to go in with my face done and my brows done, but no eyeshadow, no eyeliner, no mascara, and let them do my eyes. And it's only a question of what palette am I gonna ask them to use, whether it's gonna be the Glambition or a Dior one that we're gonna get to in just a moment here. Let's see, also on my list is the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. I own the Hourglass Veil Primer and the Smashbox Primerizer, and I got the mini of the Tatcha Primer, that's that putty. You know, I like them, but I'm not in love with any of them. So I've heard good things about the Too Faced Hangover, and maybe I'll give that a try. Oh, also on my list are the Charlotte Tilbury Latex Love Long Lasting Lip Glosses. One in Studio 64 and one in Dirty Dancer. Now, I have read the reviews and people cannot abide by the smell of this. I think somebody used the word formaldehyde. So this is one that I'll go smell it. For me, lip glosses are the hardest. I absolutely will not try on a lip gloss. Even if they get me, you know, a new thing to stick in there. Because all somebody has to do is swipe it on their lips and they've got something nasty, and the minute that wand goes back in the tube, it contaminates the entire tube. So I'm getting much better at swatching on the back of my hand and seeing from that what I think it's going to look like on my lips. Sometimes I'm totally wrong, but I'm getting a lot better at it. You know, lipsticks, they can scrape it off, they can spray it with alcohol and sanitize it. Same with eyeshadows, they can spritz the palette with alcohol, but you cannot pay me enough money to try a lip gloss. No way, no how. Next on the list, oh, the Tarte Bebesu Found Sealer. Okay, I'll link my video here. Loved that foundation, so I'm definitely gonna pick that up. Something I want to take a look at in the store is Patrick Ta, the Major Glow Lip Shine. I have a feeling this might give my Ride or Die Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb a run for its money, but I want to see it in person. Another in my attempt to find my ride or die for under my eyes is the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric High Coverage Stretchable Concealer. I did try this in the store a couple weeks ago, and honestly, I feel like I have to go through so many gyrations with concealer. How many times do I moisturize? Do I mix a drop of coconut oil in? Do I set it? Do I not set it? That I'm just resigned to, I'm trying a whole bunch of concealers looking for the one that's going to do it for me. Here is another Too Faced primer. Too Faced Prime and Peaching Cooling Matte Perfecting Primer. And I'm going to guess that I was watching some YouTube video and went, hey, I should try that. So, okay, I think I'm going to have to go to Sephora in the next couple of days, get samples so I can try them out before the sale starts. Let's see. Oh, okay. The Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer Coconut Perfect Tan. Has anybody not seen this on YouTube? All y'all are using it, and at $49 minus the 20%, it's at a price that I'd be willing to try it. Really, I'm a, what is that, Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer kind of girl. I've tried the other ones, they haven't done anything, so I'm intrigued by this. Next on my list, Dior Backstage Eyeshadow Primer. This is the other one, this is the Dior one that I'm going to ask the makeup person at Sephora to pick between Glambition by Marc Jacobs and the Dior Backstage. Tell them which palette they think is better for my skin tone and then have them do my eyes in that look. I will tell you, I had a different Dior palette on my wish list. One of the ones that it's got 5 colors, there's 4 on the outside and 1 in the middle. And I cannot tell you how disappointed I was in the color payout of that thing. I would swatch it and put it on, and swatch it and put it on, and swatch it, swatch it, and put it on. I could not get any color to build up in that thing, so I just took that off my list. Gosh, apparently I am really in the market for a primer. That's another thing by having this list. You go, oh, look, I've got 3 primers on here. I guess I'm not in love with any of my primers because I have the Beauty Blender Opal Essence Serum Primer on my list. So definitely we'll be getting samples, right? You guys get samples. Please tell me you get samples, especially of foundations, concealers before you make a new investment. Sephora is so generous. Honestly, this Armani foundation, I think this is probably the 7th, 8th, maybe even the 9th day, and I am still not done with that sample. So, ooh, and I like the Armani so much I have it on my list twice. Another thing that caught my eye, you know, I don't pay a lot of attention to the Sephora collection. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because there's so many other fun things to look at. But they have a rouge lacquer lip product out. And I swatched it, and it looked like, you know, it was not super dark. It had a kind of a sheer quality without being totally sheer. I really liked the packaging. And I found a color that I thought would be really good. So I am going to pick up one of those. All right, here's another foundation that people have been raving about, the Wander Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. I have normal to dry skin, and so that one might be a good one for me. Unfortunately, with this one, it's not in any of my local Sephoras. So I'm just going to have to kind of take a chance on the find your shade and see if I can get one that's good. Oh, Pat McGrath Lust Lip Gloss. I picked up a lip gloss a couple of weeks ago. My girlfriend was looking for some makeup and she's new to getting into it, and so I went with her, and I absolutely fell in love with the color Flesh 6. I could just tell by how it went on my hand that it was going to be a beautiful gloss, and it is. I wear it every other day because I have so many that I love that I can't just wear one every day. And so I want to see what other colors she has in that line. It wears great, it feels great. But at $28, I would like to save the 20% off on that. Here is the Pat McGrath in Flesh 6. And let me, oh, it's so thick, so shiny, just divine. Absolutely love it. And then the last thing, I don't know why, actually I do know why. Okay, so you know I'm 50. You don't even have to be 50 or around my age to have a weight loss challenge. And this is the year I got really serious about it. I'm doing well, but I'm gonna wait till I'm at my goal weight to shoot a video, tell you guys everything that I used, what worked for me, what didn't work for me, why things were easy, why things were not easy. Anyway, I had a weight loss goal, and when I hit that, I let myself buy a pair of Tom Ford sunglasses. Okay, all this is a very long story on how I got to that Tom Ford palette, but I hit a weight loss goal and I let myself buy these Tom Ford sunglasses that I love. I feel so Hollywood in them, but I have a hard time paying retail for anything. I sold shoes for years to put myself through college, and so the idea of paying retail, I just can't do it. And so I got these off of a website called Poshmark, and they're like $400 down at my local Nordstrom, but I got these brand new for $150, which made me very, very happy. I have 2 Tom Ford blushes, and I was really intrigued by the eyeshadow. Again, I'm looking for a really quality nude palette. I'm not sure why it wasn't on my love list, but the Natasha Denona Camels is definitely on this list. And if I go downtown Seattle, which is not my favorite thing to do, I live in the suburbs, and it's just, it is just not pleasant to go downtown anymore. But they have the Tom Ford there. And so if I want to swatch it, if I want to see it in person, I got to go downtown. So those are the items that I will be shopping and looking for, and how I get there. Right now, I am not out of or close to being out of any of the skincare products that I get at Sephora. So any of the Drunk Elephant items that I use, and there you can see both my nighttime routine. There you can see my morning routine, my nighttime routine I'll be posting in a week or two here. Also, there's some Origins products that I use. I'm not even close to being out of anything. And so I'm gonna wait on those till this fall. But if you do like skincare that Sephora carries, this is of course a great time to buy those items. Same with hair care. So I'm curious, what are you shopping for at the sale? What are you lusting after? Leave me comments below. Thank you so much for joining me. I post every Monday and Thursday, but like this video was a bonus, so please subscribe. Please, 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 please subscribe. Ring the notification bell so if I sneak one of these videos in, you will know. Anyway, have a really fantastic day.